Hello and welcome to the Wyvern TV. I'm Liam.
And I'm Matthew.
And on today's show, we tell you about the Wyvern website,
art. But first, Mr Haylock has been at DSMS for many years now and has been the teacher responsible for the Wyvern and the Wyvern TV for the last year. However, we say goodbye to him in a few weeks as he moves to Longfield.
Rebecca is also head journalist at the Wyvern since the Branxton Bugle first began in 2009. However, she is also unfortunately leaving in a few weeks as she is in year 11.
So we got Rebecca to interview Mr Haylock about his time at the school and the many changes which have happened.
So what is your most memorable moment about being at DSMS?
I think my most memorable moment of DSMS was probably when Miss Armstrong, the last head teacher, told me just after lunch that she was leaving and then left by 3:30 and then Mr Kipling had taken over by 4 o'clock. I think that's probably my most memorable moment of doing at DSMS and it's been all good from there.
Out of your time at DSMS, what's your most embarrassing moment?
Standing on the stage wearing a pair of angel wings and singing Beauty School Dropout is without a doubt my most embarrassing moment, but also the most fun.
If you could choose one moment, what is your most proud moment of being a teacher here?
There's been so many actually. I think one of probably my most proud moments was when Mr Kipling had asked me to start looking after the Wyvern in Miss Surtees' retirement because she did an absolutely superb job and the Wyvern had obviously been going from strength to strength, and for Mr Kipling to ask me to do it was a massive honour and really, really proud actually. I've been able to do that for the Wyvern and obviously for the school. That's probably my most proud moment, but there's been so many, particularly things like results days when the kids have come back that I've taught and they've done really well in their results. But the Wyvern, yeah, a bit of a shining thing, I think.
How much has the school changed from when you first joined the school to how it is now?
Unrecognisable. In every possible way that I can think of, from the uniform that you guys are wearing, to the building, to the facilities you've got, to the staff that have left and the new staff that have come in, to the existing staff and how much we've changed in what we do, and in the leadership of the school. It's a different place to what it was when I came. When I came, the school was Branxton School. A year after that, we became Branxton Science College, and now we're DSMS. And I'd like to think that the school will continue to change and become the best school in Darlington. I can see that happening, and it's very funny when we look back 5 years ago and see where the school was to where it is now. It's just, in summary, Rebecca, it's just unrecognisable. There's nothing, apart from the pupils and some of the staff, there's nothing like what we used to be, and it's a fabulous place to be.
If you could sum up your experience at DSMS in 3 words, what would they be?
All good fun.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for that, Rebecca. Science teacher and assistant head teacher Mr Burford will be filling the shoes of Mr Haylock, but more about that next time.
Now, here is Joshua to tell you a little bit about the Wyvern website.
The Wyvern has a website which is regularly updated with articles, features and news by the Wyvern reporters. The website is a place where there is no size limit for articles and where we can upload a whole photo album for you to view, instead of a single picture like what we would in the newspaper. It also has exclusive video reviews and more. With current and ongoing school news, the Wyvern website is the place to be. Whether you want to keep up to date with a school trip which is happening, or if you want to find out more about the sports day which happened last year, the Wyvern website is always up to date. It displays breaking news stories at the top, and most of all, it allows you to see relevant and interesting news. You can find it at www.wyvernnews.blogspot.com.
There's been a debate between members of the Wyvern on the topic of whether art is important or not compared to academic subjects such as English, history and modern foreign languages.
Although art is not superior to most subjects, it still has its own importance.
Here is Roxanne and Zahima answering that question.
Thanks for that, Liam and Matthew. To begin with, almost every single subject and thing is related to art.
For example, to create this newspaper, graphics are needed, a type of art.
Art is not just about painting pictures, media, graphics, textiles, and even history uses art. Throughout the history of mankind, art has been important, from the very first cave painting and ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics to designing the latest cars and technology. Words were not used back then. Art represented life, and stories of past were told through art, such as the 70-foot-long Bayeux tapestry made to illustrate the great battles of Hastings.
We wouldn't know how people lived if art was not used. Art is older than most words within the dictionary. People learn how to draw before learning how to write.
On the other hand, some people have their own opinions. Others believe that art is worthless and consists of no talent.
They believe it is a waste of time in the modern world because now we have technology that can do our art for us.
Others think that art doesn't have a point, as everyone is born with a bit of skill in art. Therefore, there is no talent needed in it.
Also, people think that the ones who are considered no good in art can easily draw a squiggle on a canvas and call it abstract.
To conclude, there are many different opinions on art. This debate in DSMS Wyvern will continue because there is no actual right answer to the question, does art matter?
Now here is the spot with Ewan and Hayden.
Hello, I'm Ewan.
And I'm Hayden, and welcome to the sport.
In this week's sport, the Premier League finished run of the season.
Man United won the title by 11 points.
Unlucky for Wigan, after their FA Cup triumph, they got relegated to the Championship by losing 4-1 to Arsenal.
Also going down the season are QPR and Reading.
Next year, Cardiff, Hull and Crystal Palace will join the Premier League.
In other news, Jamie Carragher, Alex Ferguson and David Beckham were some of the famous faces leaving football after their great careers.
In school news, it's Sports Day at the end of the month, and the Wyvern will be giving you a full roundup of it in the next episode.
Town Sport is also at the end of June, where DSMS hopes to win lots of events.
That's all for the sport. Back to Liam and Matthew in the studio.
Thanks for that.
But that is all for this show. However, you can visit us online at www.wyvernnews.blogspot.com for the latest news and more.
Or the school website at www.dsms.org.
And you can follow us on Twitter at DSMS_Wyvern. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.